My question is, what are you hiding? Seriously, what are you hiding that you have to have separate accounts from your significant loved one? Right? People say, well, I use it to buy Christmas gifts and I use it to buy birthday gifts and I use it to buy my own gifts. Really? Really? What's mine is mine and what's mine is also yours, because now we have committed to marriage, which says that we are now one flesh. Right? So our finances are similar. We're making sure that we move on the same page. We're moving on the same accord. And so when I have a separate account and you have a separate account, guess what? My initial flesh, my initial thoughts are to be super selfish with mine. Guess what? I'm the breadwinner of my household, so this is what I make. So what? You deal with what you make. You deal with what with the finances that you make, and you go buy what you want to buy. But guess what? As long as you come with your half of the rent and my half of the rent, we gonna how does that work? Y'all help me understand how people have separate accounts and are in a committed marriage with one another. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, when you made a vow to be with this person for the rest of your life and you have a separate account from me, that means that I look at it as if that these people are wanting to hide things, right? There has never been a notion in my mind since I've been married that I would want to have something separate from my wife. Why? I want to do everything with my wife. I want to go to the same the same events as my wife. I want to do everything that my wife is doing. Why? Because I decided to marry her. Right? And I know some people gonna try to get on me and say, well, hey, I get Christmas gifts, I get birthday gifts, I do surprise events, and they don't know what the money is going. Well, really? Is that really the main reason in you having separate accounts? Or is it because you have in the back of your mind somewhere that one day, something may happen, and I want to have an emergency fund that says that I will be able to take care of myself if anything happens with our marriage. Folks be having all types of ulterior motives, I tell you. Folks be married for 25 years and they don't even love one another. I know, I hear it a lot. Folks getting divorced after 20, 25 years. Why? Because their kids didn't grown up, gone away to school, then started living their own life, and now they can't even stand one another. Now they realizing this about the one another and this and that and da. Finances is one of those decisions where it can break you if you are not careful. Right? And so if you all can't be on the same page when it comes to finance, what's going to happen when a financial crisis hits you? I've seen it. I've counseled couples where I've seen this. What's going to happen when one person loses their job and they can't bring their half of the rent to the table anymore? What's going to happen when another person gets a promotion and you still out here struggling, getting pennies, and you giving up more than all of your earnings just for you to come correct to the pot and bring your half of the rent, but you struggling though? You think I'm for a second gonna let my wife struggle and bring her all her little check to be paying our bills? I don't think so. And a lot of you men out here that are allowing these things, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. There is no way that a Christian family could have separate accounts. I just can't see it. But if you are that family, please let me know in the comment section what you think about couples and them having separate accounts. I do not condone that. I do not counsel couples and tell them to continue doing that, because I've seen it happen where someone loses their job and now they're struggling, and that person is frowned upon because they can't bring their weight up to the table. They can't bring anything to the table anymore. And that's just not how a marriage should be. That is not. I don't care if you poor, I don't care if you're rich. What is the purpose of you having separate accounts? God says that he has put man and women to be one flesh. What God has joined together, let no man separate. There's just no remote way that I could ever see myself having a separate account from my wife. Let me know in the comments what you think.